Back in the summer, one of the most significant things of 2020 happened in a veritable chocolate box of exceptional things. And that was during the middle of the Black Lives Matter demonstrations in Bristol. A group of protesters pulled down a statue to Edward Colston and threw it in Bristol Harbour. And there was a huge outroar in the press, in the right-wing media, in the Brexit and conservative tendencies of people going, oh, they're cancelling everything. They're erasing our history. They're destroying the past. They're stopping us learning about Edward Colston. But here's the thing. Nobody had heard of Edward Colston before the middle of the summer. Sure, some people in the Bristol area had heard of him. The Colston Society had heard of him. And a few academics and campaigners had heard of him. But the vast majority of people in Britain hadn't heard of Edward Colston. So the notion that by pulling his statue down, nobody was learning about Edward Colston is a complete fallacy. By pulling his statue down, we all learnt about Edward Colston. And what a wanker he was. He was a slave trader, he was a self-promoter, and he was somebody whose legacy was born out of his own sense of entitlement and privilege and wealth, born out of the misery and suffering of other human beings. Cancel culture doesn't exist. What they mean by cancel culture is they mean that their existing belief system is being challenged, that their prejudices inherent within them are being questioned. That's what cancel culture is. Cancel culture is a term for questioning, and that's a good thing. Questioning the past is necessary. Questioning why there's a vast statue of Winston Churchill in the corner of Parliament Square and investigating the life of Winston Churchill, Britain's most famous icon, and discovering who he really was, not who everybody wants us to believe he is history. And the Brexiters are opposed to that. The Conservative right are opposed to that because they don't want people to learn actual history. They want people to learn the propagandized version of history that they themselves have bought into for the last 50 years. Some people go, yeah, but what about Julie Burchill? Or what about Lawrence Fox? They've been cancelled. They haven't actually been cancelled. They expressed opinions, and both of them have expressed opinions which were fairly abhorrent. They did that of their own free will, and their own free will allows them to keep doing that. Whether commercial enterprises or agents or publishers want to keep investing in those people when they're expressing those opinions is another matter. But it's not cancel culture, it's people choosing whether they want to invest in people. Julie Burchill is a product of the establishment. She's a product of privilege. She has been a key media figure for well over 30 years. The idea that she's some poor put-upon soul who's being pushed around is nonsense. Her entire circle of the spiked tendency with which she will no doubt now end up are a hugely influential force in British politics. The Toby Youngs, the Spectator's entire raft, seemingly, of journalists, these are the people that have driven the Brexit agenda. Nobody's cancelling them, they're in charge. I'm sure that there is a readership for Julie Burchill's book, and I'm sure that if enough people want to buy it, she could even self-publish it and put it out herself, or her friends at Spiked could probably facilitate it for her. But please, as long as these people are shouting, let's stop talking about cancel culture.